A bad AC-130 is better than a bad pave low. Look at this BS. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It didn't even get to the map.
That's BS. That's BS. That's BS. That's BS. I'm here still waiting on a noob.
Not mission. Not this map. This is actually my first theater mode gameplay. I had some technical difficulties in this session with my HD PVR. The program froze, and to fix it, all I had to do was reboot, but I didn't feel like rebooting my computer. I was too lazy. So instead, I just kept playing, and I just theater mode this bad boy. What is that guy doing on the windshield? I got another story to tell, and what better time to tell it than when I'm using the theater mode gameplay? Splash. And that's a surprise splash. I only saw one red square. I wasn't expecting that. And I don't think you'll be expecting this story because I wasn't expecting this to happen when it happened. And it's associated with Miami again. Every time I go to Miami, something like this always happens. Something crazy, something commentary worthy. I should start a commentary series called Chris Smoove's Miami Adventures. So let me get right into it. The last time I went to Miami, I met this girl. And you know how the first conversation you have with a girl is either going to be really interesting or really boring? Well, this conversation, it was pretty interesting. It really was. Somehow we started talking about basketball. And it wasn't me. I did not bring it up. She brought it up. So we're talking about basketball and the NBA, and she's actually a real NBA fan because the things she's saying are not things that an average person is going to say about the NBA and about the players. And so naturally the conversation moves over to some of the best players in the league. And of course, Kobe's name pops up. How could his name not pop up in that discussion, right? And as soon as Kobe's name pops up in the discussion, she says, "Oh, I know Kobe personally." Yeah, right. That's what I said in my head. But I decided to play along with it. Why not? I really wanted to see what she was gonna say. So I say, "Oh, really? How do you know Kobe? Are you his relative? You're his cousin? Do you have a cousin that's his cousin or a friend that's his cousin or something like that?" And she says, "No." So naturally I said, "Well, how do you know him?" And she said, "I know him from life." From life? Well, where did you meet him? And she said, "In Miami." So you met Kobe in Miami. Now remember, I don't really believe all of this, but I'm playing along because I really just want to know what she's gonna say. I'm thinking this is a pretty interesting conversation, right? So how did you meet Kobe in Miami, and how does that make your relationship personal? How do you know him personally by meeting him in Miami? And she said, "Well, I was at a restaurant with some of my friends, and Kobe sent his bodyguard over to talk to me." I busted out laughing. I couldn't hold in the auto-tune laugh. I had to laugh when she said that he sent his bodyguard to go talk to her. Now, the funny thing is that her nonverbal communication, her facial expressions, none of that changed. She had a straight face on as she's saying this and as I'm laughing. So I said, "Are you sure that was Kobe's bodyguard? I mean, how do you know it was Kobe's bodyguard?" And she said, Because he invited me to the strip club. And I said, well, what's the occasion? And then he said, Kobe Bryant would like to see you there. And that's when supposedly he introduced himself as Kobe Bryant's bodyguard. And then he pointed toward Kobe, who was somewhere in the vicinity. And then she said that the bodyguard also tried to holler at her on the side a little bit, but she wasn't interested. So anyway, she goes to the strip club and she meets Kobe, and that's how they met. That's how it started. And so as she gets done telling me that story, I basically have one more thing to say to her. I say, well, what are you doing in Miami right now alone? Why aren't you with Kobe if you know Kobe personally? And she said, the reason I'm not with Kobe right now is because he's getting back with his wife.
So amazing, so amazing, it's amazing.
So shortly after this conversation, we changed the subject to something else. But at this point, I'm not sure what to think of this girl. That's either some crazy, wicked fantasy that she wants some celebrity to send a bodyguard to talk to her, and that's some kind of fantasy she's got going. Or maybe it's true. You never know. Maybe it's true. There's always that possibility. But either way, I figured that would be commentary worthy. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I put her down on my phone as Miss Kobe, aka Kobe's mistress. So maybe I should go to Miami more often so that I can continue this Chris Smoove's Miami Adventures commentary series. Maybe I should move to Miami. Then there'd be a episode coming out every day. So this was definitely one of the funniest first conversations I've had with a girl. I laughed. I was laughing the entire time. I thought it was really funny. I was playing along. I was just being a boss. So should I have more technical difficulties with my HD PVR? Should I have more theater mode gameplays? Do you like theater mode commentaries?
No. Oh, yeah.